All right. So is there a contradiction in the birth narratives? Now, one of the many accusations is, well, there's a contradiction. Did Jesus go to Egypt? Did he go to the temple? It's a contradiction. It's not the same story. Well, let's actually read it. This is Matthew chapter 2. Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, behold, wise men came from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who was born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose, and have come to worship him. They saw the star when it rose, and have come to worship him, right? When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet, and you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers, right? So we know that Herod summons the wise men to try to ascertain from them what time the star had appeared, and he sent them to Bethlehem. We know the wise men were warned not to go back to Herod, and then this is what happens. Then Herod, when he saw that he had been tricked by the wise men, became furious, and he sent and killed all the male children in Bethlehem and all the region who were 2 years or older, 2 years old or under, according to the time that he had ascertained from the wise men. So that means that star rose up to 2 years before this. So he's wiping out all these children just in case any of them fit the bill. And that means that this star rose 2 years before this, essentially. So these wise men are not showing up 8 days later after Jesus is born. They're definitely not showing up on the day that Jesus is born, right? And you would be presented at the temple after 40 days. So this is talking about up to 2 years later, the wise men show up. In Luke, and in the same region were shepherds out in the field keeping watch over their flock, right? And the angel said to them, fear not. For behold, I bring to you good news and of great joy that will be for all people. For unto you is born this day. So this is the same day Jesus is born, not 2 years later. It's not even the same time period. These are two stories that are telling different aspects of the birth of Jesus. So Luke chapter 2 is telling you about the shepherds on the same day Jesus is born, and they find him wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. When the wise men show up, Jesus is not lying in a manger. Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who was born King of the Jews? And then, look, it says, when they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy, and going into the house, not into the barn under the house. There were no separated barns at this time. Jesus would have been born in a manger, probably underneath a house or something. The barns were usually like the basement where you kept your animals. So he's going into the house. They saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshiped him. He's not wrapped in swaddling clothes, and this isn't the same day he's born. So if you guys would just read these texts, this isn't a contradiction. This is one of the worst supposed contradictions I've ever heard of. It's straight deception. That someone would try to tell you there's a contradiction here. They're not even trying to read the text. So I don't know. Where's the contradiction? Show me. You can't, because there are no contradictions, folks. Read the text yourself and message me and tell me where the contradiction is here.